Do you remember that first time that you thought of yourself as an artist and somebody quashed your dreams? Told you either that you were no good or that art isn't a viable pastime or way to spend your life, or certainly not a way to make a living. That's what I got from my mother, who gave me a lot of my artistic talent and encouraged a lot of it when I was younger. But then at some point, like so many parents, became concerned that I might mistakenly think that I could be an artist as a profession, and so started to, I don't know if she started to make discouraging comments so much as just made it known that that was her position, that it was not, a viable option. And I do remember being confused by it because she herself had been a woodworker, a painter, a sculptor. As I mentioned, I got a lot of my artistic talent and gumption from her. I probably got some from my father as well, but he wasn't in my life. So she certainly would get all the credit for whatever I have. Of course, I think in our culture, at least, that children in general are encouraged to color and create and be creative. And then at some point, there's this turning point. Maybe it's around puberty when we start to become sexual beings, and also in my case, around then my mom threw me out, and so I started to have to think about how to pay bills and support myself. And those are the times when you start to think, oh, wouldn't it be great if I could sell my art to support myself? And then maybe you try it and you realize, oh, then now it's no fun to make my art anymore because I've made it work. Or maybe you try it and you fail and you feel like, oh, I'm just no good, nobody likes what I do. Or you try it and you fail, realizing I don't even have the guts to show anybody anything that I've created. It's a whole lot of ways that we can succeed and fail. Maybe you succeed and you're famous, and then you realize like you're still really unhappy because again you've fallen into like a pattern of something that will bring in the money, and it does bring in the money, but you realize like you're no longer really getting into that creative juice, and you're not successful enough to just say, fuck it all and start fresh. So many ways that we humans find to struggle with our creativity, with our impulse to create. I'm showing you my Foo Dog Mega-Sculpture in the background, one of my fine Mega-Sculptures, which I'm very proud of, and which I did not really plan out except for in chunks along the way. I call it a classroom. I did a lot of learning while I was building it, and a lot of experimenting, start to finish, from the digging the hole. It's got a root cellar portion, a storage portion, and a treehouse portion, and probably more than 20, maybe I want to say 50 different recipes of lightweight concrete, papercrete that I tried out, different handmade paints and pigments, just all sorts of experimenting. And it is not something I can sell. It is something that I use. It's a space that I use, and I have plans to use it more. And so perhaps it will be, valuable in some context as far as my artwork is concerned. But really the value is in that creative process, how it helped me learn so much, how much I enjoyed the process. And then I also enjoy the finished product. Like, there's nothing like getting to climb around on your own giant artwork. It's just one of my favorite things. Growing up, I liked to climb. I always wanted a tree house. Always loved climbing trees. So for me, this whole process, but there was also a lot of challenges building these These are bent rebar with different mixes of papercrete stuck around. It was very challenging, is my point. And I enjoyed the challenge very much. So I guess that makes me a process-oriented artist. That said, I got a lot of paintings piling up. And I'm getting ready to finish them off and put them up for sale. Because I need to make room for more creative endeavors that I have. So keep your eyes peeled. That's a weird expression, isn't it? Keep an eye out. That's also a weird expression. Keep your eyes open. Stay tuned for more coming soon.